Back in the day, politeness used to mean being considerate of others or having empathy. Nowadays, it just kind of seems like being polite is just used to avoid difficult conversations. Today, I'm going to be talking about how preventing these uncomfortable truths are deterring us all, and how the fear of offending someone is ruining any type of connection or authentic connection that you could be having and should be having with your friends and family. Ladies, during a breakup, what's the one thing you always try to say to comfort your friend? You know what? It's his loss. Girl, you ain't wrong. Meanwhile, little Miss Linda over here, this is the fifth boyfriend. Be the voice of reasoning. Tell her, bro, what is wrong with you? You're the one with the problem. You don't hear that often. Guys, how many times have your friends put you in crappy situations where you almost felt like I have to catch a butt whooping or now I have to fight because dude can't keep his mouth shut? We can go back and forth and comfort our friends and be like, nah, man, nah, you right. Because if he would have did that to me, ooh, I would have popped him. You would have popped him. Really. Let's not sit here and act like your little passive-aggressive friend wasn't giving out a bunch of jokes to the next table, antagonizing them for like an hour and a half. Did they throw the first punch? Sure, they probably did throw the first punch. But your friend is the one who instigated the whole entire situation. And now y'all gotta fight inside the bar or wherever it is that you guys are at. And as you can see, it's always easy to take your friend's side because you don't want to confront them about their crappy behavior. Your friend's a piece of crap. You can tell them. You probably should be telling them. This one is so simple and so detrimental to a life with men and women all across the world. The second your friend tells you, it's not your fault. What do you mean it's not their fault? This is clearly their fault. This is clearly, your friend's a piece of crap and you can tell them that. Don't sit there and try to, that's like, I hate buzzwords. That's the biggest gaslight in the world, is to tell somebody that it's not their fault when it clearly is. And it's such a weird, misconstrued vision of their own reality where you're tricking them into saying, yeah, I am right. That waiter was a piece of crap. Yeah, that guy at the bar who threw the first punch, it was just jokes. It's such a disservice to your friendship, and I would say you're a crappy friend for doing it. All because you don't want to tell your friend the truth. And so you egg them on. You sit there and tell them, yeah, man, it's not your fault. That waiter was a piece of crap. Yeah, man, remember, here's the one who threw the first punch, and then so you had to stand up for yourself. You were the victim here. These people actually go through life thinking that they were the victim in these situations. Everybody's out to get me. And you're just egging them on. Like the good old sidekick that you are. I like to think about how we got here in the first place. So let's explore why we're doing this avoidant behavior. Now, right after fear, I want to say sensitivity follows right after. And I say sensitivity because being polite oftentimes makes us feel like if I avoid this cold, hard truth, well, then I'm not triggering any type of buzzword that you hear nowadays. Because everybody and their mom seems to have ADHD, some form of autism, they're on the spectrum some way, somehow, bipolar disorder, whatever self-diagnosis that they gave themselves. Or it can be a legit diagnosis. It doesn't matter. The point is you're being sensitive to their nature. You're not being insensitive by telling them the truth. You're just telling them the truth. They can do with that information whatever they can. But it's up to you to be a better friend. Again, you're not being insensitive. You're blocking their blessings. You're blocking their growth. You're part of the problem. And aside from blocking their blessings, cancel culture. This has become some type of pseudo cancel culture only on a friend-to-friend scale, on a much smaller scale than we would see on social media with politics and celebrities and whatnot. It sucks because it's almost like you're wanting to be sensitive, you're scared of talking to these people and giving them the necessary truth that they need to hear in order for them to grow as a person and grow on this earth and in life in general. But you're scared of losing a friend. But you want to know what else is going to make you lose a friend? Not telling the truth. Now, I just told you that this politeness is going to cripple any type of self-growth, whether it's friends, family, or colleagues. But let's also remember, they may grow to an age or they may come into contact in the future with a friend, a family, or a colleague that's gonna tell them the truth. And you're gonna be the person that they can't trust. They're now gonna look at you like, bro, you've been a bad friend all along. I just now realized that I can't trust you to be genuine with me. Where was the honest feedback when I needed you? You're a crappy friend. How am I supposed to be friends with people that I can't even trust to hold me accountable? I thought we were friends. I mean, think about how many times have we learned in these little echo chambers? How are you going to learn with hanging around a bunch of yes men? Yes men are going to give you exactly what you want to hear. That also prevents you from growth. That also does not help you be a better friend. You need to be their adversary at times. Just because I have a one tunnel vision narrative doesn't mean you have to follow along with my narrative. I'm trusting you as a friend to hold me accountable, to let me know when I'm wrong and let me know when I'm really picking up. Whether it's with my other friends, whether it's with my spouse, my girlfriend, my boyfriend, my whoever. If I'm messing up, please tell me. Because if you don't, and I'm the friend that you're being polite to, I'm probably going to cut you off as a friend right then and there. And yeah, let me take a step back real quick. I get it. A lot of times when we do tell our friends the cold hard truth, they'll probably cut us off anyways. But at least you told them the truth. And at that point, it's silk the shaka. No, it ain't my fault. It ain't my fault. Because it's not. You said your piece. If they're willing to take it and go with their narrative the same way they've been going tunnel vision, then that's their fault. If they take it as constructive criticism from friend to friend, you guys probably are going to grow closer together. This is how best friends are formed. This is how great quality friends are formed. That you being politeness isn't serving anybody. That you tiptoeing around and not telling them the truth isn't going to make you better friends. And once again, I do get it. It is like telling a child no for the very first time. But certain things have to be said in life. And sure, you may even look like the bad guy today. You may even look like their adversary today. But in the end, they'll respect you more. They'll know that they can count on you to keep them accountable. Like I just said earlier, I can now trust you. I respect you more. I mean, just think about it. If you guys are in your 20s and 30s and whatnot, and you've never told them the truth or never had the guts to actually be a true friend, instead of always tiptoeing and being polite, they're going to go into other friendships or other relationships thinking that they're always right. And every single time that their narrative is being challenged, what's going to happen? I'm right, my partner's wrong. Pat me on the back again. Give me that, yeah, bro, it's not your fault. Let's see how long those relationships last. So just think about the pitfalls that they're going to fall into in their 20s or if they're currently in their 30s and 40s. Nobody's ever challenged my authority. Nobody's ever challenged my way of thinking or told me the truth about myself out of politeness. And so now I'm going to enter a new friendship or a new relationship thinking that I'm always right. I'm always right because I've never been challenged before. And if anybody, my new partner or my new friends, are going to give me any type of constructive criticism or feedback, I'm not going to know how to take it. I was never told I was wrong before. And so I'm wandering through life like, what the heck is wrong with everybody else? I'm right all the time. Now, let me be self-aware real quick. I'm not ignorant or completely ignorant to the fact that some people that you talk to will take it as one of the biggest offenses in the world. That you didn't take my side, and therefore you're on my opposition. You're the ops. You're not a good friend. Whereas you and I may leave a conversation and go, oh, I think I was the a-hole in that situation. Or, oh man, I think I went overboard. I may need to apologize the next time I speak to this person. Let me hit them up real quick or something. Not everybody's gonna be that way. Some people are gonna distance themselves from you the second you tell them the truth about themselves. Whether that be not hanging out with you, texting you, calling you, or responding to you for that matter. You could even go knock on the door and they're gonna act like, nah, tell them I ain't home. But the honest truth needs to come out. Now, I'm not going to say that this is going to fix everything. One conversation isn't just going to make your friend be, oh, awesome, I have introspection now. I learned, I am self-aware now. Not everybody's like that. But it does up the chances of helping them. Think of it as we went from rolling a dice to flipping a coin. It's still a 50-50 chance, but I like it better than 1 out of 6. But I digress. How do we say the truth? First of all, you got to stop being nice. You got to sit there and don't think that you're being rude or being mean or I'm going to hurt my friend's feelings. Kill that out of your system. Take that out of your head. Dead it, gone, bury it. It starts there. Remember that old saying back in the day when we were kids?
If you don't got anything nice to say, don't say nothing.
Not that one, the other one. Honesty is the best policy. Be honest with your friends. Let them know, bro, you're messing up. Hey, girlie, you were wrong. That's going to be your very first step in the right direction. Secondly, you have to acknowledge that being honest is not the same and does not equate to being rude. Sometimes being that friend and having that true respect is probably going to involve you delivering some cold hard truths to other friends. And just know that it's going to help them grow. Whether sooner or later, it doesn't matter. Whether they actually even take that information as positive feedback or negative is not up to you. And it doesn't matter. But you need to feel free enough to speak those hard truths. Now, very quickly, obviously speak with empathy and compassion. Don't just be like, yo, Steve, you acting like a piece of shit. Because that right there, that's going to help you guys have a more connected friendship or a more connected relationship. Who knows? I don't know your situation. Most people will tell you what you want to hear. That's just the name of the game. Real friends, or if it's your significant other, your partner, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, a real partner is going to risk that entire relationship with you through all your anger, through all your defensiveness, just to tell you what you need to hear. Why? Because they care more about your growth than your actual stupid comfort. And I use comfort intentionally. Because let's be honest, sometimes hearing the truth is going to be very, very uncomfortable. Because it's not always comfortable hearing the truth, especially from our partners or especially from our significant others. And I get it, it's gonna suck because it's challenging your ego. It's challenging any life choices you've made up until this point. And it's also challenging your blind spots. You know, those angles that you haven't even thought about yet. Ultimately, people who love you are not trying to flatter you. They're trying to help you grow because they probably are on their own little growth journey as well. And it takes maturity to receive that kind of love. I mean, real maturity. So if you have somebody right now in your life willing to be that honest with you, don't be pushing them away. That's not even criticism. You think it's criticism. That's commitment. It takes real maturity to receive that kind of love. And if you do have somebody like this in real life, hold them close. That type of friendship is rare.